Hello and welcome to a brand new video series. I will be reviewing my favourite football team, Manchester United, on match day. So let's roll those credits and let's get into the action. So, Manchester United played Arsenal earlier on. I say earlier on, wasn't that long ago. However, Manchester United, spoiler alert, won 3-1. We had Alexis Sanchez scored, Jesse Lingard, Aubameyang for Arsenal, so Aubameyang for Arsenal scored, and finally we had Martial. So what do I think of the game? So going into the game, before kickoff, the run up to the game, I was a little apprehensive. We have won, or had at the time, we had won 7 games on the trot, done amazingly well under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Players that weren't performing are now performing and playing really well. So I was a little bit apprehensive going into the game. The whistle goes off and I'm still feeling somewhat rather apprehensive. The first goal goes in and I'm thinking, maybe we could do this. Maybe we've got a chance. Could this be game number 8? We score the second goal quite quickly. I'm like, we're going to do this. This is ours to win. We can't lose. We can't. They score and I'm thinking, right, that's it. We've blown it. We've scored 2. We've played okay in the first half. They've been so much more of a better side in the first half. They're going to do this. They're going to, it's going to be like getting shot by a machine gun. We're just going to be pelleted with goals. That wasn't the case. Romero, who I've always rated, is a phenomenal goalkeeper. Really, really good. And when you're playing and you're looking up to the likes of David De Gea, there's a certain standard. Look at David De Gea against Arsenal last year. Tottenham this season. 11 saves he made. So when you're a number 2 playing underneath him, you need to pull your finger out of every orifice and you need to produce. There's no two ways about it. You have to produce. So it's 2-1, half time. Second half comes. One of their players, I think it may have been Koscielny, gets quite a bad injury. Ball comes in, both going for it. Koscielny falls. Romelu is trying to find his feet, kicks him in the side of the head. Completely accidental. And at the moment, Romelu turned around, saw the player on the floor holding his face. He called the referee immediately to stop the game, which the referee did. So that was quite bad. So I personally am hoping that Koscielny is fine. Arsenal still coming in, still getting attacks in, still playing well. We're still getting them on the counter attack with Pogba, with Rashford, who came on, with Alexis Sanchez, who went off, Lingard. We're still getting our attacks in. Martial. We're still, going forwards, which is fantastic. But we're not finding that end result until a little bit of genius from Pogba has a shot at goal. Quite luckily, Petr Cech parries it out, and it falls to Martial, and he taps it away. Overall, I think Arsenal played very well. I think that United could have stepped it up a notch. Against Cardiff, we were amazing. Alright, it's Cardiff City, I know, but we were amazing. We were amazing against Bournemouth. Newcastle, that was a tough game, but we still came out winners, and I thought we played relatively well, but I thought Newcastle attacked quite well as well. Tottenham, that wasn't our best game of the season. Wasn't. We scored. Great cross in by Pogba, great goal by Rashford, but for the majority of the game we were penned in, we were defending. I don't care who you are, what you say, I watched it with my own eyes, we were penned in. It was attack after attack after attack. Tottenham played amazingly well, but thankfully, United got the win. Beat Reading in the FA Cup as well. So I think today we played really well. From the beginning of the season until when Jose was sacked, I think Jose set himself up to get fired. He knew that by quitting he was going to lose money. Okay, that's it. Right, if I quit, I'm going to lose $20 million, £20 million, whatever the case may be. So I think he purposefully picked on a variety of players in order to get fired. Now, in his first season, fantastic. We win the Europa League, the Charity Shield, great. Second season, we're second, 19 points behind City. Okay, we're second, fab. 19 points behind City, though, really, we should be playing better. Third season, this season, and I'm watching and I'm thinking, these players look drained. Okay, there's been a World Cup, and a lot of the players that progressed into the World Cup have been on holiday. They've had time to relax, they've had time to chill with their wives and family. But I'm sat there thinking, these players look drained of energy, confidence. What's going on? These are world-class players. Pogba, every time he had the ball, he was giving it away. Alright, you'd have one or two odd passes, but he was either giving it away or putting it out of play, or we're going for long balls, then we'll put in Fellaini up front. I'm sorry, Fellaini's not a fucking striker. He's not, he's a midfielder. You might as well put David De Gea up front to try and score goals. Ask a fan from the terrace to come down and go on to score goals. You don't put Bobblehead up front. I'm sorry, you just don't. It's like me asking my dead grandma to come in now and cook me dinner. It ain't gonna happen, okay? Okay, Fellaini did score some goals. But that's not the point. The point is, you have a back four. You got your goalkeeper, you got your back four. Then, depending on how you set up, you could have 4 in midfield, 2 up front. 3 in midfield, 3 up front. It all depends on how you set up. Now, if I was managing United, I'm sorry, but I would say you need to chase the ball. That ball needs to be stuck to your toes. It needs to be glued to your boot. And the only time you release it is when you're firing at goal. But they kind of had like Louis van Gaal syndrome, where they would pass it from left to right, right to left, back, forwards, left, right, left, right. I'm thinking, this is not the United way. I've been watching United since I was a little kid. I'm 31, 32 this year, and I've been watching United for nearly 20 odd years, maybe a little bit more. This is not the United way. This is not how you play football. This is not even how a mediocre or a low league team would play. They want to win, regardless of whoever they are. They want to win. But this is just ding, 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 ding. What are you doing? You're Premier League football players. You're world class. But they'd lost all confidence within themselves. And I think Jose was literally sucking the energy out of the players. Sucking out. Now, I will be eternally grateful to Jose Mourinho for getting us to the Europa League final. We did deserve to win after especially what happened around the Manchester bombings, happening on the Monday, and then we playing on the Wednesday. There was a lot of tension in the country. We needed the win. And I think Ajax either just didn't turn up for the game, were not really that bothered, or they just wanted us to win. Whatever the case may be, we deserved that win. We did. And then into the third season, everything just goes pfft. And I'm sat there thinking, these are games we've just lost to Brighton. We should be winning this game. What's going on? It's Manchester. We've got a team, every single player in this team plays for their national side. What is going on? We should be winning. Jose gets fired. And as horrible as it is to watch any person get fired, whether they be a football manager, a caterer, a man that digs holes in the ground, whatever, it's horrible when someone gets fired. And I did feel for him. I did. But then I remembered that actually, why am I feeling sorry for him? He's leeching and sucking the energy out of the players, so by the time it got toward the end of his tenure, they just had no energy. They didn't want to play. They weren't playing to win. They were just going out because they had to. And then Ole Gunnar Solskjaer comes in. I have to say I was surprised, but glad at the same time, for one of two reasons. So my surprise was they could have had anybody. Call Zinedine Zidane in as your interim manager. You know, call in whoever you want. They call in Solskjaer. Fine, not a problem. Solskjaer knows Manchester United. He spent a good portion of his life at Manchester United, whether that be as a player or as a coach. He was there as a player and coach. He knows how the club's run. He knows the philosophy of the club. You bring the youth through. He also knows our attacking mentality, down the wings, through the middle, but the majority down the wings. Going into Cardiff, our fullbacks pushed very high up the pitch, very high. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, this is an improvement. We score 5 goals, smashing stuff, happy days. And then I thought, well, maybe this is a bit of a fluke. Maybe they're playing well. It's Cardiff City. No disrespect to anyone from Cardiff or Cardiff City, but not the greatest. And especially my condolences to anybody from Cardiff watching this. My condolences regarding your player, sadly, lost at sea from the plane. I do apologise, and my condolences to all of you. And then we go in to the next game, and we score more goals. And I'm thinking, okay, we scored, I think it was 7 goals. 8 goals, I apologise, I can't count. Or it was 7, whichever. But we go in and we win. Our fullbacks strut the pitch. I'm thinking, okay. Things are looking good. 3rd game, we win. Fullbacks higher up the pitch. Okay, it was a tough game, but we won. The next game, we win. The next game, we win. And I start thinking, actually, you know what? This is starting to be Manchester United again. Not Jose United or Van Gaal United or Moyes United. This is Manchester United. The team I grew up watching. The team I love. So then I start watching interviews, pre-match, post-match, and I'm thinking, actually, you know what? Ollie's saying the right things. He's focusing on the right issues that need to be focused on, and he's getting the job done. We go into the next game. We win again. I'm thinking, is it me or are we just lucky at this point? And then Spurs roll around, and everyone's like, this is the biggest game so far under Ollie's tenure. Is he going to win? Is he going to lose? This game will set him up. So I'm thinking, right, okay, Spurs beat us 3-0, 3-1, whatever it was. And I'm thinking, right, okay, Spurs. They've had a few bad results. They've had a few good results. But my focus was the previous game. How well did we do? We were garbage. We were garbage. And I'm more than happy as a Manchester United fan to say we were shit. Okay, we were garbage. So I'm starting to get butterflies. I'm starting to think, well, actually, maybe we've bitten off a little bit more than we can chew here. Maybe this is a bit too much. We go out, and Tottenham control the game. First half, controlled it. And I'm thinking, right, okay, they're getting attack after attack. The ball's getting crossed in. Okay, you know, they're not getting their headers on or their shots on target. Okay, it's only a matter of time before they do score. Boom, they score. And I'm thinking, shit, that's it, we're done for. Offside. Thank God. Thank you. Again, attack after attack after attack. And then get the ball, ping it up to Rashford, down the middle, back of the net. I'm cheering like I've never cheered before. Like it was a Champions League final of '99. I was screaming my lungs out. And then I start to think, are we capable of getting a second against this team? Tottenham, I thought personally, phenomenal. Absolutely fantastic. Do I want Pochettino as my Manchester United manager? No. I'll get to that a little bit in a minute. Tottenham, phenomenal. They were great. Attack, attack, attack. Wave after wave. We defended, with pride. We defended with a lot of heart. 1-0 final whistle. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe we can do this. Maybe we can do this. And then we win again, and then my focus was on tonight. Arsenal. They've had some bad results. They've had some good results, but it's Arsenal. Now I remember Arsenal of old, Roy Keane, Vieira, having issues on the pitch, in the tunnel. It was like David versus David instead of David versus Goliath. It was two big teams coming together. Which one's going to come out on top? Arsenal had won 13 trophies. United have won 12. Who's going to prevail? Is it going to be Arsenal or United? But I'm feeling optimistic. I'm feeling maybe actually we can do this. We've won, 7 games on the bounce. Can we do this? Is it possible? But then the butterflies start coming in, because I'm thinking, okay, we want to win, but Arsenal want to win just as much as we do. And it all comes down to not just who wants it more, but who has the better chances. Okay, we may not have had that many chances, but when we had the chances, we put them away. Sanchez. Love Sanchez. I've always rated him. He's a phenomenal player, and I think he will be a phenomenal player at United. I think it just takes a little bit of time. He's had a few bad results and a few bad performances with us, but he's never been put into a team and said, right, that's your role, that's what you do, consistently. There's been injuries, he's had to work his way back into the team after injuries. So I think we've not yet seen the best of Sanchez, but he scores. Boom, back of the net. Yes, thank God. Lingard. If I could hug him, I would hug Jesse Lingard. I love Jesse Lingard. And Paul Pogba, I love you, mate. If you're watching this, Paul, I love you, bruv. You are amazing, and I fucking love you, right? But it wasn't Pogba's day to score. It was Lingard's, and Lingard put it away, back of the net, defender coming in behind him, defender in front of him. What's going on? Is he going to score? Boom, he scores. I scream. I'm like, yes! And I'm just like, yes, we can do this. We got this. Boom, they score. And I start to feel a little bit deflated, and I'm thinking, have we bitten off a little bit more than we can chew? Second half, few changes made. Sanchez goes off. Lukaku goes off. Right, we brought on the big guns. Rashford, he scored in pretty much nearly every game. Martial played well, scored goals. We've brought on the big guns. What are we going to do? We didn't really do much, if I'm honest. I personally don't think it was United's best performance this season. I thought one of our best this season was probably against either Juventus or Cardiff City. But we scored again, and I'm screaming my lungs out. I'm screaming at the top of my voice. My neighbours are probably thinking, he's getting murdered, he's getting stabbed. Someone has broken in and they're stabbing the shit out of that little bastard. And I'm just so happy. And I'm thinking, right, that's 8 games. If we beat Burnley and Leicester, 10 games. Has any other manager in the history of the Premier League ever won their first 10 games in charge? I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is that there's a few differences between Mourinho, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Hear me out. So Mourinho, when United scored, he would sit there that was his face. Didn't look impressed. Solskjaer scores, and you've just told him he's won the lottery. He's all over the shop. He's hugging, they're kissing, he's over the moon. That's the first thing. As a football fan, I like to watch the manager. Which manager is doing what? So, a lot of the time you'll see that the opposing manager is on that touchline giving his team instructions. Giving them the old Jose, this is Jose Mourinho. What are you doing, you idiot? What are you doing? Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is giving it the old cheeky 1-2. He's giving it all that malarkey. So that's another thing that stands out for me as a fan. He's actually giving the players input. So that's another thing that I see as a fan. Press conferences. He doesn't criticise players. Oh, this player's not doing that, sunshine, and that player's not doing this. He ain't living up to it. We've had a bit of a Barney. He's an idiot. Don't like him. I'm going to take his captaincy off him. Nah, it's not happening on my watch. He praises players. He doesn't look at a player's faults. He looks at a player's strengths and plays on those strengths. He believes that every player is worth playing, given a chance to, and also pushing forward and being the best that they can be. Look at Pogba. You know, he scored, what, 4 goals in 3 games? I'm sorry, under Mourinho, it would take Pogba a full season, to score that amount of games. Under Mourinho. 3 games, 4 goals. I love Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. The one line for me, Solskjaer has won it. Champions League final, 99. We equalise, crying like a baby. We score again, screaming like a baby. I was like, oh my god, oh, I can't believe it. Yeah. One of the best games. One of the best games. There's been better games, but for what it was, for what we'd done before that, and then leading up to that, and then into that game, oh, you know, crying. Oh, it's been a good night. I love FA Cup football. I love football. Football's amazing. But I'm not one of these fans that loves one team and doesn't acknowledge that there's anyone else in the league. You know, I do know there's other teams out there, and there's other teams that are playing well, and maybe better than us. I think if the games we drew and lost, we'd have won them, we'd be right up there with Liverpool, Man City and Tottenham. Sadly, that's not the case. Do I think we can get into the top 4? Yes. Yeah, I think by the end of the season we could get into the top 4. I'm not going to say we will, but I think we're on the right track, we're going in the right direction, and I think we can do it. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think if he wins more games, and we have a period of like where we're unbeaten, I think Edward would chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. I think he should then look and go, well, actually, you know what? There's no point bringing in a new manager that's going to instill new staff and a new philosophy and new tactics because that's going to just confuse the players. Okay, they're players, but they're still only human. I think we should leave Solskjaer in charge. He knows what he's doing, that he's got the players' respect, which Mourinho, let's be honest, did not have. Players talking out in the media about him and his tactics is not how you have respect for your manager. It wouldn't have happened under Fergie, it wouldn't happen under Klopp or Guardiola or anyone else. Mourinho. He's got us on the right path. We're going forward. We're winning games. We're exciting to watch. Okay, we're not gonna win every single game between, December and May. We're not gonna win every game. There's going to be games where we will draw. We will lose. I know this. I'm not stupid. It's inevitable. No team is unbeatable. No team is that invincible that you cannot beat them. They have to lose at some point. It has to happen. So I think, okay, we will lose, but how will we bounce back? We're going to draw. How will we bounce back? And also, how many unbeaten games can we go? I don't know. We're going to find out. So I'm going to ask you, the fans, a question. What do you think United are going to be? And don't be the kind of fan that go, oh, they're going to get relegated. Rah, 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 rah. Don't give me none of that shit. Okay? Honest opinion on results. Okay? Don't be the kind of fan that's going to go, oh yeah, they're going to go down. I don't want none of that negativity. No. Where do you think United will be at the end of the season? And also, if you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Takes a few seconds, and I greatly appreciate it. I really honestly do. Thank you. Subscribe for more videos, and leave a comment section below if you want to see me do more reaction videos after football games. I love football. I live for football. I'm surprised my heart isn't a football. I love it. It's just amazing. It's got everything you want. Thrills, suspense. It can make you cry. It can make you happy. It's got everything you need and want. And I love football. I love it. My daughter, she's 3. She says, oh, I don't want to watch football. But when it's on, do you like football? Oh, I love football. She loves it as well. She loves it like Daddy. She loves it. She sits on Daddy's lap watching it. She's got the boniest bum ever, but that's not the point. She loves watching it with Daddy. It's how I watch it with my dad. Probably sat on his lap as well. So if you have enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Honestly, I thank you if you do. I do greatly appreciate it. Subscribe. Hit that bell. Hit the bell. Hit the bell. And I will see you in another video.